Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third round of the 1986 Grand Prix season. Just got distracted by a message from Super. Welcome to the third race of the season, obviously the halfway point. I'm very tired, so I'm going to slur a lot of my words. It's just me at the moment. We're waiting for Witchell. He might join us later on in the evening, obviously otherwise preoccupied with other stuff. People have real lives, but yeah. So tonight we are racing at the beautiful Grand Valley Highway 1 in the great state of California. Fictional track, this one, unfortunately, but it is inspired by a real place in California, and Grand Valley itself has a long history in Gran Turismo. Well, being that there used to be a Grand Valley Speedway and now it's this abomination, as some may see. We've lost Chubbs, unfortunately. Chubbs is having a lot of issues with his connection today. So, thank you for trying to show up anyway, Chubbs. We appreciate it. So when he goes, we'll just get started with qualifying. Cool. So, we will ask for that all ready in a sec. So, main changes to the grid tonight. Obviously, we are missing both. I believe, yeah, that is. We are missing both Williamses. What did I put in? Where did I put that in? Sorry, I got distracted again. I'm getting very distracted very easily. Right, so we're missing two Williamses. Both of them having to go for. Not family emergencies, that's the word. Both going for family emergencies. And then we're missing the usual suspects. But we do have a slip for the first time in TSE. We've got slip racing with us tonight. For those who know myself and, are friends with myself and are in our little friend group that we've had for a couple of years now, Slip's been around with us for a long time, so good to have him. But we'll get going with qualifying, seeing as no one's told me otherwise. For 10 minutes around this track. And you can tell that commentary is going to be fucking top quality tonight. It's going to be top quality until Jake shows up, because to be honest, he's the energy, I'm the boring one. But here we go. All the cars in the pits as we get going for qualifying, and I believe that we'll go on board with whoever came out in front, and I believe that is Derek, who was the first car out at the moment. So we'll just watch him for his first few laps. I'll run you through the track as well on this opening lap. Go on board with this camera, I quite like this camera. If you can hear me, because I know it's a bit louder because I'm not in the party chat commentary, but first kind of heavy braking zone after turn one. This one is this nice hairpin. You get a nice view onto the ocean coming into it. Unfortunately, if you don't brake for that corner, you don't go flying off, which would be a nice addition. Now into probably the more technical section of the circuit. Right up against that wall is turned into this next right-hander, and then it's one of the slower corners on the circuit, this left-hander. You can run relatively wide there, but too wide and you'll get a penalty. And then it's under the first tunnel. And then hard braking zone, you want to get quite late apex for that corner, and there's another one of very similar nature here onto the, I think it's fair to say, main bridge. It's the main bridge that inspired this circuit. And then up to now the second tunnel. This one going through a major curve and some undulation change. Ooh, fancy. And the final chicane. Another very slow part of the circuit, and then it's all flat out from now on into the final tunnel and the final bridge. I really wish I'd done my research, to be honest, because I know that bridge is named after something in real life. I've just forgotten what it is. Now to the start finish straight. Derek will be looking to go to the right hand side of the circuit because the first corner is a left hand kink. Here we go. Into heavy braking into the right hander very early to the apex, playing it safe, and then right up against that wall on the bridge for the exit of turn one. This one should be just about flat. He does take it flat, and then it's hard into the braking there, reaching speeds of almost 330 kilometers per hour, so speedy through there. And then now into the more technical part of the track. quick dab on the brakes, and you just want to lift off through here, maybe trail brake a little bit, just get the car turned in a little bit more. And then this really slow set of corners. Derek seems not to have done that perfectly. Played it a little bit tight, wide at the apex there, through the first tunnel. And then again, hard onto the brakes. There's a thing in the... It's just knocking out the bollards, whoever knocked that in the first place. Derek's knocked out of the way. Right up against the wall on the exit again, onto the bridge. And then it's the second tunnel, the one that goes uphill and around the corner. Through the chicane now, where the birds are. You'll know what I mean. There are two birds that fly overhead at that corner. And then it's the final bridge and the final tunnel, just all flat out here, all the way up until turn 2, which we'll treat as turn 1 because that is, the first braking zone. And he's got Noah heavy on his tail, so you'd imagine Noah's going to set the fastest lap here with the slipstream as well. Noah with a 1:28.6, and he's already gone to the pits. So Derek's second, Noah provisional pole. Pagani third, so Derek's teammate Pagani just coming in third. Wolfie hops them both, P2. And Luke, Wolfie's teammate, hops Wolfie. So Wolfie now been overtaken by Ruben as well. Slip sets in a lap time, it's good enough for P7. Odon P8. And Super goes up to P7, snatches it from his teammate. So there you are, that is the first lap from everyone. And I'd imagine Noah is giving up for this session because, to be honest, having that much slipstream, it's going to be difficult finding anyone that can set a lap quicker than that. Unless someone else does one with that similar amount of slipstream, but it's going to be a high task. One that, Luke isn't a million miles off, to be fair to him. 5/10 off. Not completely implausible for him to do. And that's what he's going for now. So you're taking a much wider entry than we saw Derek doing, going for that late apex, and then again at this corner, late apex, maximised really the speed coming out of the corner. It's right up against the wall, and he is going purple into the second bridge. Onto the curb there, braking. Maybe that didn't benefit him the most. It looks like he's gone slightly wide at the apex there. Again, taking those corners nice and neat and tidy, kicking up a little bit of dirt there, maximising all of the tarmac. All of the tarmac and then some. And finally, sparks flying through the final bridge as we're about to cross the line, and it is going to be a 1:29.1. So Noah found that extra time by sitting behind a car in slipstream. So that's where the time's going to be difficult to gain through there. And it looks like he's going to need someone to help him with the slipstream if he wants to beat that provisional pole. Other improvements, Ruben improved slightly and Slip has gone up to 6th. So not much going on, to be completely honest. Odon seems he's struggling at the moment with the car. Give it a couple more laps and he will get used to it, I'm sure, but he's quite far off at the moment. 2 laps with mistakes by the looks of it. Noah's coming out for another lap. So Noah's seeing what he can do. Give another lap a go. But all eyes still are probably on Luke, as well as Ruben will have a look at him as well. And that beautiful Benetton livery, which is still, I've gone off on a record saying it's the prettiest car from the 1986 season, and that is big improvements from Ruben so far. 4/10 purple. Oh, but has he been held up by Wolfie there? It looked close between him and Wolfie. I think he might have gotten away with it there, but Wolfie was not in a very helpful place for Ruben to set his fast lap. We'll find out now. Still has the potential to be maybe something impressive. It's going to be a 1:29.5. Maybe get held up a little bit there by Wolfie. So unfortunate for Ruben there. Was looking to be quite a strong lap, but we know he got it in him, clearly. Meanwhile, Noah... Oh, I was just about to say Noah's going on for his next lap, but he's sliding a bit there. Noah will be going on for it. Oh, Noah's in the wall. You saw it here first. Well, I say in the wall, in the little sandbank. And he's turned around and he's going back to attempt his fast lap again. He's got plenty of space around him, so no one's going to stop him doing that. But he has got damage, which... probably go away by the time the lap starts, so Might as well. Who is... Anyone seems to be on a fast lap. Who do we think? Slip has been making steady improvements past few laps. Been 2 improvements in a row from him. 2:30 deads. I'm sure he'll want to break into the 29s because that's where the majority of the grid is. And once he does break into those 29s, he'll be right on pace with the rest of the grid. He's 7/10 down on this lap, but he's got plenty more chances to do so. Pagani also 23 seconds down. Now that is regular Pagani fashion so far this season. We've seen him be 23. We've seen him be more than 23 seconds down on some laps, to be fair. Not going to mention which round it was. Or while we're waffling about Pagani being slow, Luke goes faster, but it's not enough for pole position. Just the tiniest bit off of pole. Ruben also goes faster, half a second off of Luke still, and Wolfie with another improvement. So, as I said at the very start, it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to beat that time by Noah, because that slipstream he got from Derek was mighty. Pagani seems to have given up. He's pitting for fresh tyres, which I'm not sure you'll be able to actually get a lap in, but you never know. Interesting call from Minardi there, but I don't think you'll be able to get a lap in. So we'll keep an eye on that in the background. Hello, Chubbs. It's good to see you in the chat, at least. Here with us in spirit. As you can tell, we've got no Witchell tonight. He's running a bit late, and I'm tired enough as it is. So this is going to be a very boring stream. Let's be completely honest. Derek is driving fast. Derek is driving fast enough. He's made improvements of 29.8 for Derek. He still stays 5th though. It's not good enough, but you know, Derek is driving speedy fast. Very nice. Wolfie as well for improvement, not quite 1/10 off. Yeah, I was considering asking you to join me, but like, by the amount of times you connected and then disconnected like over and over again in the space of 5 minutes, it would be laughable. So maybe not this time. Oh, Ruben's spun it. He's gone wide and he spun it, and that's almost held up Wolfie. Who's that in the background? That is Slip in the... Yeah, I thought it was one of the McLarens. Oh, we got a Joker in the chat. Evening, Joker, mate. How are you doing? Oh, that was close to the wall there for Luke. Luke is going purple once again. But it's this final sector where, you know, you can go purple for most of the lap, but in this final sector, you lose it all completely from that slipstream there. Owen is in the top 10 now. These are incredible scenes. I'm sure the Lotus Garage is all very happy about that, having Owen in the top 10 now. Beautiful. Yes, I do know Joker. Well, it's good of you to tune in at least. You know, your teammate couldn't do that. He's doing something like driving a car in real life. Ugh. So is anyone on a lap? Ruben's on a lap. Is it a good lap? No, because he binned it earlier on in this lap. And that's about it, funnily enough. So Ruben crossing the line, and qualifying is over. So your pole position for the US Grand Prix is Noah, and then the front row is rounded out by Luke. Yeah, Dusty's not racing. He had to pick up his wife from the airport today. Last second thing, because their taxi didn't come. So Noah with pole. I've dropped my phone. Noah with pole. Luke rounds out the front row in P2, and then it's Ruben with P3. Obviously the Spaniards setting a lap to emulate the great Carlos Sainz winning the Grand Prix today. Maybe we'll see the same from him. Wolfie P4, Derek P5, and Slip rounds out the third row, and then the rest. Not the most stacked grid we've seen all season, only 9 of us tonight, but I'm sure it'll be a good race nonetheless. So let's start it. Not wait whatsoever. We have places to be. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Slip is Muslim. He has iftar soon. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So let's go. So there goes the starting grid, as we saw from qualifying. Ferrari on pole again. Not the first time we've seen that this season. Surely won't be the last. But a strong showing, as always, from the Brabhams. 3 lights to go now. The lights are out and away we go. Noah getting a good start as well. Who's that in the background? It's one of the Minardis, I believe that's Derek. Derek with an absolutely thunderous start there. Oh, Noah's spun off. Noah's gone off. Oh my word. Noah's spun off. Debris everywhere from trackside, whatever the hell that was. Noah, by the looks of it, just seemed to have lost control there on that left-hander. And now Luke's leading the race. Luke leading ahead of Ruben. Ruben hot on his heels. Derek as well, off on the gravel a little bit there. Just dirt kicking up all over his tyres. Luke still leads this race. Super with a penalty picked up from somewhere. Slip seems to have managed to get caught up in that incident with Noah as well. Noah, no damage by the looks of it. But something happened there. We'll have to look at that. Well, I say we'll have to look at that on the replay. I will look at that on the replay outside of stream, because that was mental, whatever happened there. So, probably the worst possible start for our pole sitter. But looking back up now at the top of the grid, Luke still leading, ahead of Ruben. Ruben will have the slipstream, and the slipstream is very strong around this circuit. Obviously, the final few corners are completely flat, so it might as well be a straight. Ruben will have plenty of chance to overtake, not into turn 1, into turn 2, as turn 1 is the left-hand kink. And we're definitely going to see that here as the gap is closing very, very fast here. Sparks flying out the back of Luke's car. But Ruben making it look easy. He's going to go for the inside. He goes for the outside of turn 1, which turned into the inside. And it's an easy to overtake in the end, but a bit wide there. Kicks up a little bit of gravel. Luke back up to first. Doesn't want to do that again, but Ruben will have another chance here. Another heavy braking zone after these few flat out corners. Is he going to dive to the inside? Not this time. He decides to be patient. So Luke still leads after that hectic race start. Further back on the grid now, Odon seems to have found himself in 4th. Well, now he's in 5th. Make that 6th. Should have jinxed it. Sorry, Owen. Odon was doing well. So, quite the battle going on for P4. Ooh, that's someone off in the background. One of the McLarens, I think. I did send you a party invite, Witchell. You missed the hectic race start, mate. You might want to roll back the stream so you'll know what happened. It was ridiculous. So we will get a second commentator in a sec, which is nice to see. But Ruben is all over the back of Luke again. And we might see this quite a lot this race, because you only have to be about a second behind the car in front and you get a mental slipstream down this start-finish straight. If you can't get the overtake done on this straight, you've got another bloody long straight to pull off the overtake at the end with another hairpin there. So plenty of chances for overtaking at this circuit. Ruben maybe not as close as he might have wanted to be at this situation. Luke doing a very good job to keep that gap level. So Luke might be able to break away here. Seems he has more pace over the lap than Ruben does. And one thing I am concerned is the sun is setting quite low, and I wasn't anticipating it to be setting this low this early on in the race. So let's just hope it doesn't go to nighttime very quickly. Don't want to jinx it. Bagani's just gone off. Is that on your bingo card? Bagani's off. His teammate in the other Minardi's catching. I'm not sure Pagani will let Derek through. Pagani's got damage at the moment as well. Yep. So Derek's back up to 3rd. Oh, Wolfie. Heavy closing speed there. Wolfie's also going to try and make quick work of Pagani. I think, that's our pole sitter. Noah is just disconnected by the looks of it there. That's unfortunate for him. Obviously, he missed it. He missed out on last week. Well, you say Pagani P3. He's just gone down to P4. He's probably on the beers now. To be fair to him, that's why that is. Oh, we missed this. The race leader Luke has a half-second penalty, so you'll have to serve that this lap. So there could be a change for the lead now. So could Ruben actually emulate Carlos Sainz? You know, we saw one Spaniard win today in actual Formula One. Could we see the same in our fake Timu Formula One? Other than that, people are spread out very quickly, as you'd usually expect from these races. So all eyes at the moment are on the front end of the grid. At Brabham having to serve their penalty line obviously coming up after these next few technical corners. It's halfway through the bridge before the second tunnel, so you lose roughly about maybe 1 to 2 seconds out of a half-second penalty, so it is pretty costly. Either way, Ruben is going to be able to take the lead here. As we see, there you go, there's Luke serving his penalty. Ruben is going to be close. Oh, Luke goes wide, tries to hold the line. But is it going to be enough? Luke again on the inside of the next corner. Luke manages to cover that off very nicely. But Ruben again will have the slipstream, and he's a lot closer this time coming onto this, well, I like to call it straight, but it's about 3 or 4 corners beforehand. As we see every single time going through that tunnel, sparks flying out and they appear out of the darkness. Very Monaco-esque. Ruben goes to the inside, or the outside, but now it's the inside of the next corner. Ruben, is he going to brake late this time? No, he's not going to brake too deep. Ruben takes the lead, but obviously Luke is going to have the slipstream for these next couple corners. Will it be enough for him to size up and move on the inside? Obviously the dirty air does play a factor. Luke looks to the inside, but it's just a dummy. Never going to make the move, stick there, but Ruben sliding on the exit. So Luke takes the lead again round the outside, going into this more technical section, kicking up dirt there from Ruben. Ruben seems to just be offset a little bit there. Not really much he could do in that situation. So Luke driving a very good clinical race so far in these first 5 laps. And dear Lord, we've got 25 laps to go. That is a horrible prospect. Anyway, I've just seen who's joined my voice chat, so you know what that means.
Boys, we're back again.
It means I can stop waffling. You only missed 20 minutes, so good on you.
That's alright. I'll be honest. I did forget.
I
did forget.
Forgot.
Until when did I remember? Probably a notification or something, but yeah, I'm here now, so it's all good. So you got 2 fucking boring voices to listen to rather than 1.
Ooh, yeah. Well, at least you're a bit less tired than I am. I'm completely knackered. You bring the energy, I'll be the depressed.
I've been out and about, mate. It's alright. Stop being miserable, grow up. What's been going on then? Give me a quick race rundown.
So basically, turn 1, Noah span on a straight and everyone fell over each other. Debris went everywhere. Odon found himself at the front of the grid, and now Luke and Ruben have been battling ever since. And Luke's off into the gravel. Luke's gone wide into the gravel, kicking cones back onto the circuit. So Ruben is now leading the race once again.
You say Noah span out? Did he leave?
I think he disconnected because he was coming back up the grid.
Boring. And
we were having a Chubbs, but a Chubbs was having too many Wi-Fi issues, so decided against it.
That sounds like a prime Chubbs excuse, if you ask me. I think you should grow up, mate.
Yeah, see, Chubbs was reminded we were racing about 3 minutes before the race start time when I tagged him in Discord. Looking back down on the grid, Slip is catching up to the Lotus of Odon. Or is he? I'm not too sure. It looked like he was briefly.
Fucking hell, mate. I'm well out of it
I
right
think
now. Richard just got in, and now I've got to try and commentate on this.
Slip is lagging on my screen, so I'm going to stop watching him and you know, out of sight,
That's
out of
horrible.
mind.
That's fucking horrible.
Look, out of sight, out of mind. Let's just hope that, you know, if we don't look at him, he's not lagging. It's fine.
Right, I'm gonna do a quick TSE bingo event. Has Pagani admitted that he's had a drink today? Yes or no?
Well, Pagani's already spun today, so.
So that's a yes. Derek's doing pretty well.
Yeah, Derek's doing a stellar job at the moment.
Derek's got that fire in him after last weekend.
Banging. Oh yeah. Oh.
He's got that fire in him.
They don't know about the joke about him banging your missus.
I wish, mate. I'd quite happily sit in the corner and watch that.
Fuck me.
Don't make me laugh. I'm dying.
Derek driving a good race. See, he seemed comfortable all evening so far. Qualified 5th and was very close to Wolfie, so this looks to be on pace.
I don't know about you. I used to hate this track when it first came out, but now I really enjoy it.
I was the opposite. I really loved it when it came out, and now I hate it.
It's nice flowing, but I might be one of the only people that prefers the reverse layout. Mikey, don't worry, mate. I've only just joined back in with you, so I don't have a clue what the fuck's going on. But we're gonna go from it.
Luke's got his second penalty of the race, I believe.
Dickhead.
Don't know. He's struggling a lot with them apparently.
It's gone purple though.
Should probably stop squeezing it so hard. Hey,
Whee.
had to get that joke in. Whee. Every single night.
We know Luke loves a tug, but can he tug his car to P1? Probably not. Too busy sat driving cars all day to have time to have a wank now, so up the boys. Up the fucking boys. Ruben's flying away. Why is it every single time I watch one of these races there's always one prick that's flying away in the distance?
Well, you only joined in when the interesting stuff stopped. You know, Luke decided to
If
go
I was in on
as soon as
time,
you
I
got
probably would have raced this one, to be honest. But
that's fair, mate. I probably.
what have we got
would've
next?
asked you to.
What's we got next?
Is next.
Oh, I'm not racing that. I'll commentate that. I'm alright. Until Argos can.
Well, first pit
hold
stop
my
is a rim.
wood.
It's the Benetton of Ruben. Luke stays out. He's done well on his fuel. Derek makes a choice to come in. I'm sure if he'd looked after his fuel a bit more, he probably could have stayed out another lap. But he's come in this time. So, Wolfie's also stayed out in the other Brabham. Ruben's coming out on a fresh set of take your bets. I reckon it's mediums. Mediums, there.
Wow. It's almost like you made the rules. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Slip and Pagani have also not pitted. Pagani is doing a stellar job in his fuel at the moment. Much better than the rest of the grids.
He has indeed.
And I would like to spectate Slip, but I'm scared I'll like give him some kind of curse because he's lagging. I don't want him to disconnect, but he's doing a good job. Is Slip?
Nah, we like Slip. I hope he has a good race.
Yeah, I mean he is doing a very good job so far this race. He's got the race leader behind him though, but I think Slip will be pissing this lap anyway.
May I ask what is going on with Super, because I know he's quicker than this.
Super has just come off the back of doing another league race.
Fair play.
That's why he struggles quite a bit in these ones, because he does another more important league literally like 10 minutes before this starts.
Is that the Hungarian lot?
Yes.
Race?
Yeah, if you watch them, you realise he's very quick in them. He uses all of his speediness in that.
There's quite a few quick people in that as well.
There is, yes.
Super, if you're listening to this or anything, if it's streamed, I'd quite happy to have a watch on that because it does look quite interesting. However, it is in GR4s.
He posts his POVs to all his races, I believe.
Does he?
Yeah, I'll send you a link to his YouTube. You can watch a couple of them if you want to.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Pagani's leading.
Yeah, Pagani stayed out another lap. Luke's only fueled up to half a tank. So he's currently overtaken Ruben on track. Luke's gone on another set of softs. So I'm imagining he's going to do another 10 laps on these, maybe, or 9 laps, and then finish the race on mediums.
Is this a 2-stop by any chance?
Yes, this most definitely is.
10, 10, 10.
Well, no, because they started on 50% fuel. So Pagani's hoping it's 10, 10, 10, because he's managed to extend it long enough.
It's mental as I've joined in late. It's lap 10, but my times are only going to lap 6, so useless. Don't have any AWS insights this time round.
Yeah, Pagani is really nursing that car home though, lifting and coasting every single corner. Look how much he's got in the tank, it's practically nothing. He's getting there on fumes. This might pay out for him in the long run. He's going to run out, coming into the pits. Yeah, there it goes, there the fuel goes, and he's in the pits now.
Fair play, he's made that though.
Yeah, good job on the fuel save.
Is he going to lose out? Oh, I forgot that the refuel on this is like...
Long. Pagani's coming out on another set of softs, I'm pretty sure, if he's got that little fuel in.
Yeah,
he might get his mediums out.
No,
he's
mediums.
getting his mediums out of the way now, fair enough. So Pagani is going 10, 10, 10.
Crazy. AWS insights back again.
All of this.
What's going on today? Why have we only got 8 people?
Right, so I did actually give the brief.
I'm going to have some words.
Chubb's internet issues. Noah was here, but he disconnected. Lucas never bothers showing up. Dominic is starting to do the same thing. Joker has a family emergency. Same with Dusty, except his one's not as much as an emergency. He's just picking up his wife from the airport.
Fair enough.
Who else are we missing? I think that's everyone, isn't it?
So the way that I see this is that Noah's gone to go practice for the 24-hour race that he's going to get smoked at.
The only reason you give a shit about it is because you're racing in it now.
Yeah, basically.
Hashtag FR Racing. Hashtag Ridwan is marketing.
Hashtag. You said it, mate. Not me.
Ridwan,
I like it because we have...
Ridwan, sign my chest, please. I'll get it tatted.
I'm going to put a sickie again, mate.
What are you going to... Oh, I'm hospitalised for this race again.
Yeah, basically. That's exactly what's going to happen. As we can see, this race is just as exhilarating as the last one, with the gaps everywhere. I should have just stayed out, mate.
No, Slip's catching his teammate. No, he isn't. He's on mediums. Never mind. Super's pulling away from his teammate. Oh, Super's in the wall. Slip's now catching his teammate. Look at this. This is why I love racing.
This is Gran Turismo, everyone.
This is motorsport at its finest, you know. A bunch of cars driving around in circles doing fuck all.
Do you think anyone had their appendix removed today so they can win the race?
Ruben.
He's a Spaniard. I'll have to ask him after this if he does have it or not. It's in line with the F1.
Well, he would answer, but I'm not, you know, Spaniards usually speak Spanish, so would he answer in Spanish? Do you speak Spanish?
Do I speak Spanish?
Yeah, por favor.
I don't speak. I can barely speak English, let alone Spanish, mate.
I swear we had this conversation at round 1. I'm getting like deja
vu. Probably. This is what we're having to resort to here now. Do you reckon this is what it's going to be like in FTRL next season?
100%.
Gaps galore.
Look, the cars are brilliant FTRL next season, but the racing will be about the same as this. Well, look, the track's pretty.
It's all fun and games.
Have a look about. Look how pretty this circuit is. Sun's setting. Setting too quickly. I'm afraid it might get nighttime. I set this up so it wouldn't go nighttime, but obviously I have a track record of setting this up.
You should have set it up so it was nighttime.
Then no one would speak to me ever again.
That would have thrown an interesting loop into this.
I'll do it for Suzuka.
Now do it on a track where there is 0 lights.
Yeah,
actually, Suzuka has 0 lights on it, does it? Yeah, alright, we'll do it for Suzuka. We're going to have a night race at Suzuka.
Suzuka, last 2 minutes will be pitch black, heavy rain.
Luke is actually forming a gap.
Line at the moment. Grow up.
But he's also on soft, so it don't actually count.
Only a game.
Grow up. Grow up. It's only a game. It's only a game.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
I'm gonna have to do my research and find out who won the last race, because I don't remember.
Oh, well, this? Take a guess.
I don't know.
What? Take a guess.
Do I have to say it again, bro? I don't know. I don't even know who took part in the last one, let alone who...
Okay, well, who's leading at the moment?
Well, did Luke win it?
Yeah, he did win it.
Oh, shit. Fair enough.
Will, then Ruben.
Will, that's another person. Where is he? I'm going to have to go on this case about that.
I think he's fixing his car.
If it's not Wednesday, Will doesn't show up. If you know, you know.
Well, he doesn't show up to Wednesdays either, because they don't fucking exist anymore, do they? Rest in peace, the league I actually kind of enjoyed and do miss from time to time.
Nah, GTRC needs to go something other than GR4s, mate.
Yeah, if we, honestly, GTRC racing every Wednesday, if that came back and we didn't do GR4s, fucking love it. Right, another news, the wind is fucking heavy, don't you think?
6.5.
Yeah.
Well...
Coming in from the ocean.
This is your weather report for the day. Is that interesting? The wind is 6.5. Crazy. Fun fact, did you know that no one actually cares?
Did you know that at this circuit, you know the wind socks? They actually, they blow in the direction of the wind on the circuit.
No way.
Yeah, with the
no
intensity.
way.
Yeah, with the same intensity.
That is insane.
This is what we're having to resort to talk about. Did you know
Can confirm.
There's cows on this track. Did you know that? And aliens.
No way.
Yeah, there's aliens and there's birds and there's walruses. Are they walruses? I'm not too sure what they are. They're like...
Alien confirmed.
If you wait,
who's gonna get abducted?
No, if you wait at one of the corners for 15 minutes and go into the replay mode, you'll see an alien abducting an otter. I wish I could make this up. And
scenes.
The alien disappears.
That is scenes.
It's a good track.
Yeah, it is a good track. But I think it depends on the car that you're in.
Yes.
Because anything that's a bit happy on the rear end shows.
Makes it very hard on this track.
A lot of these corners are sort of like 80%, 70% power. So if you can get the power on earlier, you will be 10 times quicker. But it's still a good track.
Yeah, I'm just looking up and down the grid at the moment to see who's on what tyre, and it seems everyone's on the mediums except for Super and Luke. So Super is currently chasing down Pagani, but he's catching him slightly, but he is going to have to pit for fuel soon. So
yeah, the time on the last lap was only a 10th gained, which isn't enough. These cars do look like a handful around it, to be honest, but
yeah, no. Chatting to everyone, they all said this is probably going to be the hardest track of the season.
Oh, Wolfie, I cut to Wolfie and I don't know if it was lag or if he was in the wall then.
No, he was in the wall there. He's got damage on the front right.
Damage on weak or heavy?
Weak, so he won't have to pit for it.
Charming. This might get spicy a little bit by the end because Luke is still pulling away from Ruben, but the fuel situation, I don't know if...
Yeah, Luke's going to have to pit soon for fuel. Ruben's completely fine. And Ruben's going to have to stop again anyway. And he'll put on the softs and maybe do a quick splash and dash. So Luke's yet to use his mediums, basically. So that's what this next pit stop's going to be. He's coming up to lap traffic now, Owen. Get nice and hazy as well.
It's hazy.
On board with Luke C. Is he going to come into the pits this time around? No. No, he's not. Wow.
Boring. Get in the pits and spice things up a bit.
I don't think anyone needs to pit. Luke will be the first to pit of these two stoppers. I reckon everyone will go for a two-stop. If Ruben looked after his fuel a bit better, he could have done a one-stop though.
Well, you know me, if a one-stop's available, I ain't doing it.
Well, rather, you know Marley Diesel on the other hand.
Yeah, shout out to Marley Diesel.
He was a real...
That isn't even here right now. He's currently grafting to be the next ACC demon out there.
I wonder if they do hard tyre 0 stops on ACC.
This is GT Heritage, mate. I will put you on the hardest tyre and you will go round on this without the need to. Why? Because Gran Turismo.
Just watching again, another note to Derek. Pulled a big gap to Wolfie in this stint. Derek genuinely looking on course for the first podium of the season. And well deserving, in all honesty. He's got decent pace.
Yeah, he has, isn't he? He's doing well. What was the pole time as Luke comes in?
Pole time had a ridiculous amount of slipstream, and it was like a 28.6, I think it was.
28.6.
28.6, 28.7, I'm fairly certain. Could be wrong. There was
a
ridiculous amount of slipstream. Noah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So Luke, now for what should be his final stop, puts in what looks like enough fuel to finish the race on. And is it going to be the mediums? Yes, it is. So
yeah,
this is his final stop. So Ruben has the option now where he could pit for a set of softs, like this lap if he wanted to. The tyres would last him.
You might as well run your fuel out. His tyres are fine enough to just run his fuel out because he's going to be quicker on a lower fuel load on worn mediums than Luke. And he's also going to be quicker on a higher fuel load on softs than Luke, so he's basically his to lose.
I think he should pit either now or next lap, simply because you want to spend as long as possible on the softest tyre. And 10 laps is really the maximum you get out of the full performance of those softs, I think it's fair to say.
I'd go to 10. I'd go to lap 20. So one more lap after this, I'd come in.
Well, I'm sure Ruben is thinking the exact same stuff as what we're thinking, and he'll make his decision now, if anything.
Is Ruben going to be big-brained?
He is, he's pissing now.
Fair enough.
I think he'll be able to pull it off.
He has got a lot more fuel.
Yeah, this will help him massively coming into bits. Derek is, I didn't even notice that, but Derek has inherited P2, so Luke is coming up the start-finish straight now, so Luke will naturally be a little bit ahead of Ruben, but that's simply because Luke spent that last stint on the softer tyres than Ruben, so Ruben is around at about 8 seconds behind Luke now, so that is your gap for the race lead. 10 laps to go.
8 seconds and 10 laps is extremely doable.
Yes. All it takes is one to make it 10 times harder.
The soft tyre, medium tyre difference on this track is noticeable. I generally say it's bigger than a lot of the other tracks where it's usually about a second.
Like a second.
But I think, to be honest, it's probably a bit more than a second on a...
Just want to point out my king, Big Derek McDonald, is currently leading the race.
He has got the boy chasing after him, which hopefully doesn't... I don't know if it's going to hold him up a bit in comparison to Ruben.
All side by side here. Derek's not giving him any space. Derek is saying,
Luke's done him though.
But Luke's done him anyway on the exit.
Yeah, he's absolutely done him.
Luke, how
dare he has lost half a second.
Derek leading the lap.
Lost almost more than a second to car number in P3, Mr. Ruben behind.
The number 20.
So that's going to hurt. Gotta love a number 20. I'm not biased, but I'm going to be biased.
Oh, I thought that was the two McLarens were close on the timings, but not on track. That was super in the wall at the more technical section.
Yeah, it's just a fair bit, I know.
Pagani for a second stop as well on the 10-10-10 strategy. He won't have to put much fuel in it. I'm sure he'll come out on another set of softs. Wolfie's cleanly going to come past him. Derek is just nursing that car now. Possibly stayed out a lap too long, I think. But once again, the race leader is Luke. But there's no guarantee that it will last, obviously, on the slower tyres compared to Ruben. So you'd imagine that the lap times will be slower than Ruben. Which so far they have been. There you go, stating the very important things this race, which I'm sure are very helpful to one person who has no clue how racing works. Right, Derek into the pits now. So Derek possibly stayed out a lap too long. Ruben with the 29.1, so setting much quicker lap times than Clark. We set 30.2 that last lap, so it's going to be tight, it's fair to say.
Yeah, I think Luke's going to have to make that car wide.
Yeah, we saw earlier, well, you didn't see earlier, but Ruben didn't have the easiest time overtaking Luke earlier on in this race. He did get the move done eventually, but it took him about 5 laps to do so, so this could get spicy.
It's giving me a bit of deja vu, this is. If you know, you know.
In the background, actually, Derek has lost a bit of ground to Wolfie, so Wolfie's made some time up in the pit stops. So we might see a battle for third at the end if Derek can't keep his pace up. Gap's only 5 seconds now. And the gap is also 5 seconds between Slip and Pagani. Again, just a couple slip-ups. pun intended, and the gap will close up quite a lot. But a gap that is closing up quite a lot already is Luke and Ruben. 3 seconds now, coming on to lap 23.
Mm.
And I don't know, what would you do if you were in Luke's situation? Would you try and fend this off, or when Ruben gets onto the back of you, would you just give up?
If I was Luke, easier said than done. I'd be flooring it right now. Just to try and hold off, because it is inevitable that Ruben is going to catch up. That's not a question about it. It's just a matter of leaving enough laps to give you less time to defend when he does get onto the back. But that is easier said than done.
But you would defend when he gets onto the back of you?
Yeah, of course. If you've got no more pit stops and this is the last stint, the gap behind them is 28 seconds.
Yes.
Which Luke isn't going to know, but if you're watching the track map,
yeah, he'll be able to.
You'd have an idea that there's a big gap to anyone behind, so it's not like you're going to get more cars involved. So, yeah, you would defend, because this is for the lead and whoever is going to win the race, barring anyone spinning, crashing, anything like that. So,
well, the gap's closed up
make
by
that car wide.
Another second this lap. Or second 0.1 if you want to be facetious. Facetious is the word, I'm not too sure.
That's a bit fucking hell.
Ruben with the fastest lap as well, so Ruben is seriously going for this, as you would. For what would be, if Ruben can pull this off, our third different race winner in 3 races.
That's good stuff.
I mean, the races individually, they've been running away with it, but like, well, this is the best battle we've had all season, I think it's fair to say.
Ooh.
Very wide there from Ruben, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple drivers do that. I don't think that is the fastest way through there, but if everyone's doing it, then it's not really the end of the world, is it?
It's interesting the lines that some of these are taking. I don't know if it's just the car that's better going wider into some corners, or I haven't actually driven this car enough to know what the better lines are, but
I think that actually is wide into some corners is probably optimal, because it's not far off the Super Formula if you think about it. Luke maximizing.
This is surely a change for the lead.
The closing speed already before the tunnel. We might see the move coming out of the tunnel. Luke covers the inside. Ruben backs off again, goes for the slipstream again.
Is he going to go around the outside?
Ruben takes the outside, but Luke misses his braking there. I think Luke got caught out a little bit there, just missed his braking. Very easy to do going into that corner.
That is unlucky.
Unfortunate. He'll still get P2 out of all of this.
I will be grilling him about this for the rest of the week to come.
Well, in the background, the gap between Derek and Wolfie is closed from 5 seconds to 3. So, could be a change for P3. As we see Wolfie kicking about all kinds of trackside paraphernalia. I don't know what the word was. Definitely not paraphernalia. That's
big words today. Yeah.
I'm using big words today. It's because I'm tired.
How does that make sense, mate? If I'm tired, I just say nothing. I just say nothing. If I was leading this stream now and I was tired, there'd be about 4 words for the whole race.
No, when I'm tired, I just waffle non-stop and I say big words that I don't properly understand.
Mental sense. Yeah, Ruben's gone.
As you'd expect,
he is
6
gone.
seconds already. Fuck me.
Luke's in the mud. Another fastest lap as well.
Wow.
If I was Ruben now, just for the flex of it, I'd try and get pole. pole time.
I mean, pole time was set with the slipstream of another car. Yellow flags, obviously. Who's that yellow flags from? Super. Super has got damage all over his car. He's taking it as a challenge. Can he get damage on every single aspect of the car? Jesus Christ.
Now blue flags.
Simon. So this, I think it's fair to say, is probably the boring part because we know what's going to happen now. So
Yeah.
Not really much of a question.
I might go back out, mate. Do you know what I mean? Unless Wolfie can.
Well, he was catching, but he's not anymore. But now he is again, so I'm confused.
Unless it's going to zigzag between the both of them.
Wolfie just needs to get his head down. I reckon he can probably do it.
3 seconds, 4 laps.
Be tight. He'd need to have some kind of huge pace advantage, and bear in mind you have to get within about a second of the car in front, and you got that mental slipstream. Just see Super in the background going for a pit stop, and I'm imagining he's putting on the medium tyres. No, he's putting on another set of softs. Is he going for fastest lap? He may be.
Fastest lap count for a point here?
No. Just bragging.
Just for the flex. Why not?
So we're about to reach lap 27 now.
Get down to 2.8. Damn, there's a parrot in the room.
Just reading your mind, mate.
There's nothing in there to read. This brain is hollow, mate. There's nothing else going on. There's some big old sunset though, isn't it? Christ.
I told
Can't
you.
even see shit.
I put time in so it'd be nice and sunsetty and pretty at the very end.
Sunset.
Yeah, that's a word now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And that one, I'm gonna crack open a cold one for the boys. Way up the boys.
While we're actually, Jake, what's your opinions on the English flag on the back of the new England kit?
Don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
Controversial, I know, but the way I see it, if people are moaning about, I understand it, but if people are moaning about the thing that you're not even going to see on the TV, you've got too much time on your hands, mate, and you need something else to do, because that is... Like, I do get it.
Yeah, I get it.
But also,
well,
I don't get it.
You want to know my thoughts on
because, go on then.
I get
While I
it.
open up these, the typical time of munching, as it's themed.
I get it completely. Derek almost set the fastest lap there. I get it completely. It's just, if you don't like it, don't buy the kit, and then Nike will know not to do that again. It's just as simple as that.
I'll tell you what the biggest scam is the price of the fucking thing.
Oh,
Who's spending that?
Ridiculous.
Listen, the way it... Because I always have a thing, I'll only spend a lot of money on clothes if it's something for me when I'm going out. Out. Do you know what I mean? Because it looks nice.
Yeah.
But funny enough, I don't think I'm going to go out in an England top every weekend or every other weekend because it looks good. Because then I look like I'll just weigh in my missus every night. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not... No, you get what I'm saying though, don't you? Like,
have you
it's
actually
not...
seen? They're having supply issues with the England shirts. The triple XLs have already run out. And I wish I could make that up.
No, funny enough, I've seen that. I love my country, you bunch of fat bastards.
They fucking have it.
Alright then. Let's start off a little bit of a violation session. Who out of this grid has bought a triple XL England shirt or an XL England shirt?
Pagani.
Basically, what I'm asking is, who's the fat bastard? Oh, Pagani.
he brought it alongside the Newcastle away kit. You know, the green
Oh,
one.
what a shame. I would have respected that at the start of the season, but now they've just... Where even are they?
Yeah, they bottled it this season.
Where even are they?
Oh, I'm disappointed. They're like mid-table. They're where Chelsea was. Oh, honestly, Newcastle, I was expecting them to be top 4 this season. You know, fucking consistent, fighting for the league. Nowhere.
Anthony Gordon for Ballon d'Or.
You know what I genuinely think? Fucking Harry Kane, if he wins a trophy, might get the Ballon d'Or.
Wow.
That's a hot take. But listen, he's breaking every single Bundesliga record there is, and it's only his first season. It's either that or Jude Bellingham. If he no English bias whatsoever, by the way. But Jude Bellingham, if he wins a trophy, then same story.
Maybe, you might be right, because if Mbappe joins Madrid, then he's won it for the next 4 or 5 years, mate. So...
Nah, Phil Foden, mate.
Phil Foden. Anyway, let's stop talking about football, because Wolfie has caught up, but he's only got a lap to go. Yeah, so unless Derek folds it, or he gains literally a second up until the 3rd sector, he might be able to steal it. But
front of the grid though.
Fuck me, them laps went quick, innit?
Yeah, this went very fast. 30 laps. I thought, oh god, that's going to be long, but Jesus.
Fair enough.
Now finishing off this final lap, which will finish off the race. Cutting the corner a little bit. Outrageous behaviour, and it's almost
outrageous.
Off a cliff.
Up to number 20. That's what we like to see, boys.
I'm also just realising how outrageous my fucking statement was. I said Phil Foden would win a Ballon d'Or. Anyway, Ruben crosses the line to take his first win of the season, and one which I'm sure very well deserved. Only a matter of time with him. He's been fast ever since coming in. Luke comes home P2, extends his lead at the top of the table. Derek looks like he's just about going to hold on to that P3 and take his first podium of the season. Very good performance from him today. Lots of pace.
Good stuff, Derek.
Yes, Derek. Into the wall at the very end there. I'm not sure why he did that, because Wolfie's quite close now. But Derek takes home P3. Wolfie, another P4, another really good result from him. He stays P2 in the standings, I'm fairly certain. Pagani rounds out the top 5. This time he wasn't on the beers.
Still just a shit. Sorry, what? Stay on the beers, Pagani. They give you an extra 20 mile an hour.
But they make it fun when you're being slow.
Yes.
But Pagani through the final tunnel now.
Good stuff.
Claim P5. Good points again for Minardi. And Slip in his first TSE race takes home P6. A good job from him. Difficult one for him to come into as well. Super with P7, and Odon rounds out the grid in P8.
Good stuff.
Right, I'm already going to say my driver of the day is Derek.
Big Deza, I can't comment because I wasn't here for the whole thing, so...
Exactly, so Derek, congratulations on driver of the day, mate. You absolute legend.
Demon.
So I'm just going to save the replay, so I can do promotional pictures and all that bollocks. I mean, all that really exciting stuff that everyone looks at. Cheers, everyone, for the race, everyone for showing up and racing, everyone for coming into the stream. Congratulations again to Ruben for the race win. And yeah, that was our race. We'll see you all again in 2 weeks' time for the Brazilian Grand Prix Interlagos. So, any final words, Jake?
Not really, mate. I haven't been here for all of it, so I don't have much to say.
Well, it looks like a tough one, I think it's fair to say, this one.
Yeah. If it was any other cars, it'd be easier, but no, Interlagos is going to be even more fucker. It's the same sort of track. That Sector 2 on this track is basically all of Interlagos. So, if you struggle today, you're going to struggle tomorrow. Not tomorrow, a couple of weeks. Yeah. So someone put some time in so we can have a different person run away 10 seconds up the grid this time. We'll give you permission.
The next one.
Pagani, if you're listening, put some time in, mate. I want to see you at least 20 seconds.
Winners. We need 4 different winners, you know, that's just how it works.
Yeah. First person to get 2 wins this season is getting booted out.
You'll be labelled as a sweat and booted out and will never be allowed to race.
Yeah.
The GTI way, sorry, what?
What? I never knew that.
Ruben says, which will speak louder, I can't hear you. How deep is that if you were quiet throughout that whole stream, by the way?
If I was actually quiet about that whole thing, I'm going to be actual fuming. Let me...
Ruben, have you tried turning your volume up? Yeah, that was fucking
shit,
loud.
maybe,
what are you on about?
Maybe I was too loud for the whole thing. I was definitely too loud for the whole thing.
It's fine, I was loud at first because you couldn't hear me over the cars.
Hold on. Oh my god, I'm so loud for that whole thing. This whole stream is fucking ruined! Why has this happened, though? Usually I get done for being too quiet. I haven't even messed with the settings, and now fucking hell. Right, I'm going to the other party. I don't want to be in here anymore. That's made me upset. Delete the stream, I don't want to see it.
Right, the stream's about to get deleted. This is Premier Access, everyone. Right, we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Thanks again, people. I am going to leave the stream up, don't worry. And yeah, I'm just going to keep saying thank you over and over again. Right, stream's going. Bye.